Hey, this is Joel with Inflatable Office. I wanted to show you our delivery scheduling tool and its auto truck loading feature. So I've got some test data in here. These are just leads or events that are coming up. So if the customers created them or your office staff's created them, selected some items, set the dates, stuff like that, it'll calculate the amount of setup duration and teardown duration and travel automatically based on where it's at and how much equipment's going. You can go over here to this delivery tool, pick a date range here. So I'll choose that range with my test data in here. Here we can see kind of a calendar of where we're going. The purple one here is your warehouse, and all the rest of them are these events over here. So as you hover over them, you can kind of see which one it is. So these ones over here represent your setups. The length is the amount of time it takes to set up. And so you can see we can just kind of drag these over to the vehicles we want to put them in. This shows that we'll be leaving the warehouse at 10 a.m., arriving at the venue at 10:30, doing the setup for an hour and a half, finishing at 12, and returning to the warehouse by 12:30. And the event here starting at noon. So this will allow us to be done right on time. So, but the cool feature here is we have this auto load, and it uses some advanced technology to calculate the most optimal routes while taking into consideration when you need to have the equipment there by. So if I hit this, it'll try a whole bunch of different combinations, try to pick the optimal one that also makes sure you're there on time. If some of the events are farther away, it'll send those in a separate vehicle. And it does a really good job. And you can just tweak the schedule afterwards to optimize it a little bit farther. And so it can save you a ton of time. You don't have to figure out the distance, the travel times between all the points to figure out your optimal route. This system does it automatically. And even as you're manually configuring it, those teal blocks will show you. So for example, here we've got it auto-loaded. It's got a bunch of these events going in this box truck here. These ones that are far away, 9 and 10 here, or 2 and 10, I guess. You can see that they're on their own vehicle. It put 6 and 7 in their own vehicle as well. Those ones might be a good one to stick into this one that's going out to Columbus. So we can go ahead and tweak this by just dragging these over, and you'll see those teal box will change. That travel time is changing as I drag it. So this one here saying we're going to be at the event too late to finish the setup because it starts at 2. So I can just kind of drag all of them up a little bit until we get to that pink line. Now I'll be done in time for that event. And at this point, we've got a pretty good schedule. It calculated how much driving time, man hours, and the total cost. And you can configure that based on whatever the current rates are on average to give you an idea to make sure you've got a good route here scheduled. We can also say, oh, let's send these guys back to the warehouse when they're done. Oh, wait, maybe not because they're so far away. But this crew here, we'll probably have them go back and do a crew for the drop-offs and a different crew for the setups, which you can schedule up here on our tool just by picking who's going to do it, or you can allow them to schedule themselves by not assigning somebody. And then at this point, we can save it. We can print the schedule. It's going to show all the different driving routes per vehicle. So you can print this off and put it in the vehicle. They'll know where they're going. It'll also show the packing lists that are going for each vehicle and anything else that you need to take with you. If there's a contract that still needs signed, we can turn those on. We'll take a look at just the vehicle packing lists here. And this will show all the stuff that's going in and what order it needs to go into that truck, so that the first event is in the back of the truck and the last event you're setting up is in the front. So this packing list here, they can just have your warehouse crew just check off the items as they put them in the vehicle, and same thing when they're picking them up. So all these forms here you see are customizable. These are just the default versions. But yeah, this tool is just designed to save you a lot of time, and we worked hard on it and we continue to improve it. So hopefully that was helpful for you. Thanks.